Yo, what's up, everybody? So listen, I made a video talking about how I like the shit that goes on in the hood. You understand, like 75% of black people living in America. And the main ones in the hood is like crabs in a barrel. And the main reason we crabs in the barrel is because men and women don't get along for the most part. We get along because it's our primal instinct to fuck. That's nature. That's gonna happen. But like I said, like strong black women, so-called strong black women. Bitches don't be fucking strong. They think they're strong. But they think they're strong. That's what they've been indoctrinated with. Like I was saying before, when slavery first started, it was not about bringing men and women to America. They were only bringing men. They only wanted to deal men, and they worked the man to death. The average slave lived to be 40 years old. They didn't want to bring women because women were too weak and couldn't do shit. But then the government wrote in the Constitution they were going to stop bringing in slaves in America because there was too many black people in America. One third of every person that came across the water into America was black, and there were too many black people. So the government wrote in the Constitution that they were going to stop slavery. But what they did is they said, well, they got the idea. They said, okay, we'll start bringing women in, and that's when they started bringing women into America. And they started breeding them. They started breeding slaves. And that's why women started coming over here also with men. But it didn't originate with black women. It originated with black men and black men only. It was the biggest, strongest buck they could get. And they worked them to death. But now we got this mantra in America called strong black women. But you never hear about strong Asian women, or strong Italian women, or strong Latino women. You always hear about strong black women. And that's bullshit because most of them ain't strong. Most of them get government assistance. If it wasn't for the government, they'd be sleeping under a bridge somewhere. But back to what I'm saying is like they got this mantra about a strong black woman. But most of them ain't strong. And most of them, like I said, we got a primal instinct to fuck. So we're going to make babies. But the man doesn't necessarily have to stick around. He should by right. But he don't have to. There's no law that make him to stay there unless she's married to him and she got papers and shit on him and she can prove it. But other than that, he can skip. It's real simple. And what I was saying is like most of these guys that grew up in a single parent home, their mother fucked them up. Their mother teach them how to take sides. She teaches them how nobody can love you like I do. She teaches the boy how to take sides between her and the baby daddy. And why she ain't married a motherfucker in the first place if she was so virtuous. You know, she should have married him before she gave him the pussy. But like I said, most of these women go out here and make babies, then talk about they're going to go to school when they should have went to school before they made all the babies. But back to what I was saying, it's like she gives the man a pussy and he leaves. Or she's trying to, get money out the baby daddy and some shit. So she teaches the boy how to lie. And like I always said, if she's always talking bad about men, the boy don't want to be a man. He like, I don't want to be the example of what mommy's talking about that pisses her off. I don't want to be a man. And the boy is acting like a girl because he's mimicking his mother. There's no such thing as a gay gene. It's not genetic. He's mimicking his mother. He's mimicking his mother. He's around his mother all day, her girlfriends. He out there playing cards and gossiping about the men they fucked or the men they gonna get some money from on payday. He gonna act just like them. Doubtful, emotional, and bitchy. Or like I said, a lot of times children get molested when they're young. And it stimulates them or arouses them, and this mentally confuses them to what being done to them is wrong. But he doesn't know that. But then a lot of times, a lot of children grow up out of that. And then I said a lot of times these guys be confused, they be doubtful, emotional, and bitchy. And when I mean doubtful, they be hard. It's hard for them to stick to their guns and do what they say they're gonna do. They can't be a man of their word. They can't make decisions on the spot. Like I tell you, there's no bad choices in life. You do what you do, you fuck up, and if it's fucked up, you don't do it no more. It's real simple. But a lot of times, like I was saying, these women fuck their sons up, braiding their hair. Every time he fall, she running to pick him up. There's no love softer than the mother's love. And she excuses all her child's wrongdoing as an act of love. And every time the motherfucker falls, she running to pick him up, wiping his face, calling him Tink Tink and Pookie, like I said, and pulling his hair back. And imagine how he look if he was a little girl and all that other shit, and tell him he would have been a cute girl if he was a girl. They fuck these boys up. And then guys get mad at me for the shit I'm saying. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you shit that your father should have been telling you. But most guys, like I said, be calling women hoes, and they don't even know their own daddy. So what that mean? That mean their mother was a hoe. It's real simple, man. Like I tell these guys, you gotta stop thinking. You gotta stop watching all that dumb shit on TV. You gotta stop watching that dumb shit on TV. And sometimes you gotta forget all that shit your mother said and do shit your own way. Like I always say, when the apple tree holds the apple too long, what happens? It spoils. And nobody wants to spoil fruit. So fellas, you gotta forget all that dumb shit your mother told you sometimes and do shit on your own.